I'm back! So, yan. So, we are done with the lesson 2, which is factoring a difference of two squares. We're going to factor sum or difference of two cubes. Yes, you heard it right. Cube naman tayo. So in this lesson, we're going to find the cube root of an algebraic expression, and we're going to factor a sum or difference of two cubes. So before we proceed to our lesson, let us first define what do we mean by these terms. So when we talk about difference of two cubes, it is a difference of two terms which are both perfect cubes. Same with sum of two cubes. It is a sum of two terms which are both perfect cubes. While perfect cube, this is a number where cube root is a whole number. So if on the factoring a difference of two squares, we have two steps. Here, we have three steps to remember. What is the first step? First, step 1, get the cube root of each cube. Step 2, we are going to obtain a binomial factor using the cube root on step number 1. So mamaya, iisa-isahin natin yan. Step number 3, the last one. So we are now going to form the second trinomial. So how are we going to form that? First, we are going to square the first cube root. Then, after squaring the first cube root, take the negative product of the cube root. And the last one, we are going to square the second cube root. So, medyo complicated, di ba? Kasi hindi ko pa sa inyo ina-explain. So, let us now try to solve a given polynomial or factor a given polynomial involving sum or difference of two cubes. Lagi lang nating tatandaan na yung sum and difference of two cubes has two factors. One a binomial, ibig sabihin may dalawang term, and one a trinomial, ibig sabihin may tatlong terms. So let us solve problem number 1. Mag-review muna tayo. So paano ba hinahanap ang cube root ng a given number expression? Halimbawa, what is the cube root of 27? What is the cube root of 27? You are going to think a number na ipag in-multiply siya, kaya nga cube meaning 3, ng tatlong beses sa sarili niya ay magiging 27. So, the cube root of 27 is, okay, very good, 3. 3 times 3, 9 times 3, that is 27. What is the cube root of 8? Okay, very good, that is 2. Why? Tatlong 2, pag pinag-multiply, that is 2 times 2, 4 times 2, that is 8. So, I hope medyo na-review kayo on finding the cube root. So, let us now solve this one. So, we have y cubed plus 8. So, what is the first step? So, we are going to get the cube root of each cube. First, what is the cube root of y raised to 3? That is, okay, very good, y. Y, Delilah. Y times y, that is y squared, times y, that is y cubed. As simple as that. So, what is the cube root of 8? Nasabi ko na kanina, that is, okay, 2. 2 times 2, that is 4, times 2, that is 8. So, we have here 2. Let us proceed to the second step. So, number 2, taking the operation of y cubed and 8, which is addition or a sum, we're now going to obtain the binomial factor using the cube roots, which is, we have y plus 2. So, di ba sabi ko sa inyo kanina, ang sum or difference of two cubes ay may dalawang factors. One a binomial and one ay trinomial. So, meron na tayong binomial factor. So, kukunin na natin, we're going now to form the trinomial factor. This is step number 1. Step number 2. Let us now proceed to step number 3. Step number 3, the first is we're going to square the first cube root, which is y. Y times y squared equals y squared. Next, we are going to get the negative product of the cube roots. So, meron tayong 2 tsaka y. Let us multiply it. And we're going to get the negative product. So, don't forget the negative. 2 times y, okay, that is 2y. Times negative, that is negative 2y. So, huwag niyo pong kakalimutan yung negative because on step 2, under step number 3, kinukuha natin yung negative product ng cube root. Next, we are going to square the last or the second cube root, which is 2. 2 times 2, we have 4. Can we now have the factors of y cubed plus 8? Yes. So, therefore, y cubed plus 8 is equal to our binomial factor, y plus 2, the quantity of y plus 2, the trinomial factor, y squared, negative 2y, then positive 4. So that is now the factor of the given polynomial. The sum of 2 cubes, the binomial factor, and the trinomial factor. So now, let us have another example, di ba? More examples, mas madaling maintindihan. So, number 2, 64 minus n cube or n raised to 3. First, we're going to get the cube root of the cube. So, first, we're going to get the cube root of 64 and n raised to 3. What is the cube root of 64? Isip-isip. So, that is, okay, 4. Why? 4 times 4, that is 16, times 4, that is 64. Tatlong 4, equivalent to 64. So, we have 4. What is the cube root of n raised to 3? Of course, n. n times n times n, that is n cubed. Next, we are going to obtain the binomial factor using the cube root. So, since we are going to factor the difference of 2 cubes, of course, we're going to copy the minus sign. So, we have 4 minus n. So, we have now the binomial factor. We are now going to form the trinomial factor. So, square the first cube root, which is 4. 4 times 4, that is 16. So, for the second step, we're going to get the negative product, the cube root. So, we have 4 and we have negative n, negative product. Negative times negative, it will become positive or simply cancel. 4 times n, that is 4n. And the last one, we are going to multiply the second cube root. N times n, that is n squared. So, no problem. We're going to use the negative n. Same pa din naman yan. So, n squared pa rin magiging sagot. So, therefore, the factor of 64 minus n cubed is equal to 4 minus n. The quantity of 4 minus n times the quantity of 16 plus 4n plus n squared. So, as simple as that. Questions, clarifications? So, I am going to give you the last example. So, last na talaga to. So, we have 8r cubed plus 125t raised to 6. So, step number 1, so get the cube root of the cubes. So we have cube root of 8r cube. What is the cube root of 8? That is 2. What is the cube root of r raised to 3? That is r. So we have 2r. Next, what is the cube root of 125t raised to 6? What is the cube root of 125? That is 5. 5 times 5, 25. Times 5, 125. So we have 5. What is the cube root of t raised to 6? That is t raised to, okay, very good, 2. T raised to 2 times t raised to 2 is 2 plus 2, t raised to 4. Times t raised to 2, 4 plus 2, that is t raised to 6. So therefore, since this is sum, we have the binomial factor 2r plus 5t squared. We are now going to find the trinomial factor. So we have square the first cube root. We have 2r times 2r, that is 2 times 2, 4. R times r, that is r squared. So we have 4r squared. Next, negative product of the cube roots. 2r and 5t squared. We have 2r times 5t squared, negative product. So we have 2 times 5, that is 10. Copy r, copy 10 squared. And, of course, negative. Then, the second cube root, square it. 5t squared times 5t squared, that is 5 times 5, 25. T raised to 2 times t raised to 2, that is t raised to, okay, 4. 2 times 2 plus 2, that is 4. So t. So therefore, the factor of 8r cubed plus 125t raised to 6 is equal to 2r plus 5t squared times the quantity of 4r squared minus 10rt squared plus 25t raised to 4. So, ayan, medyo humaba-haba yung sagot natin. So, ayun, diba? Napaka-math-dali para kayo maging math-teammate. So, ayan, napakadali lang guys. So, ganun lang po ang ating gagawin in factoring sum or difference of two cubes. So, tulad ng sa finding difference of two squares, kung kayo ay magaling maghanap ng cube root, so walang kahirap-hirap. So, that is our lesson for today. Thank you for watching and abang-abang tayo sa sunod na lesson, which is the lesson 4. Oo nga pala, ito ay ang module 1, quarter 1, lesson 3, which is factoring sum or difference of two cubes. So, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the notification bell para lagi kayong updated.